We're holding the May 27th, 2025 meeting of the Public Utilities Commission. The first item of business is a consent agenda.
I'll make the motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second that.
We've got a first and a second. Any discussion? Motion carries. Next item is reports from the officers, boards, and commissions.
Yes, the commissioners, the employee of the month for the month of April is Earl Allen. Earl Allen has been employed at the New Ulm wastewater plant since 2003. Started out as a part-time laborer and then was hired as a helper in 2006. He now has a Class B wastewater license and is a Type 4 land application license. He's a reliable employee, gets along well with others, willing to help whenever and wherever he is needed. So congratulations to Earl Allen.
I'll make the motion to recognize Earl Allen as Employee of the Month for April 2025.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes. Our next item is schedule a joint City Council Public Utilities Commission informational meeting.
Commissioners, this is more just information letting you know that there is a meeting scheduled for June 17th at 3:30 in the chambers here. The ABDA will be here to go through the financial statements for the year.
Do we need a motion for that still? I'll make a motion to schedule a joint city council public utility commission information meeting at 3:30 Tuesday, June 17th, 2025 in the City Hall Council Chambers to discuss the audit financial statements for the year ended December 31st, 2024.
I'll second.
We've got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Motion carries. Our next item is scale computing renewal.
Yes, good afternoon. The quote is provided by CDW in the total of $7,185.61. This is for licensing for our scale disaster recovery node. It was not included in the 2025 budget, but it is necessary, so we'll be using IT funds for that.
I'll make a motion to approve the one-year quote provided by CDW for the renewal of scale licensing and support in the amount of $7,185.61.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Motion carries.
You got to vote.
You have
All
to
in
vote.
favor?
Sorry. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is purchase of a new storage appliance.
Yes, we are in need of a new storage appliance to house the backups. There was two quotes received, one from Shy and one from TSG, with TSG being the low quote. This was included in the 2025 budget, and it does come in under budget.
I'll make the motion to receive an order filed the purchase of a Synology rack station from TSG Server and Storage, Inc. in the amount of $10,055.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Motion carries. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is FR Secure Cybersecurity Program.
Yes, so this is for the second year payment amount for the 3-year program from FR Secure. Back in April of 24 at the commission meeting, we entered into a 3-year cybersecurity program with FR Secure. So this is just the payment for year 2 of that program. This was included in the 2025 budget.
I'll make a motion to receive an order filed the purchase from FR Secure LLC in the amount of $33,150 for year 2 of their cybersecurity program.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Security cameras at Public Utilities Facilities Phase 2.
Yes, Commissioners. This is for Phase 2 of our security cameras. Last year, Phase 1 was approved, and all of the cameras in Phase 1 have been installed or are in service at this time. We did include Phase 3 with Phase 2 just to get the project done. There weren't that many in Phase 3 that we felt that we needed. So this will then complete the entire security camera project that we had proposed. We got 2 quotes, and again, the Verkada system was chosen both in flexibility, compatibility, and cost. There is a 2025 budgeted item of $50,000 that's in various departmental building improvement capital accounts. The remaining $5,800 will come out of reserves.
I'll make the motion to authorize the city manager to accept the quote from VLCM in the amount of $55,805.35 for Phase 2 installation of the Verkada security camera system on NUPU facilities.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is fiber to the wastewater treatment plant.
Yeah, this is a quote for the fiber end to install the fiber onto our distribution poles behind, say, the Kraft facility going out to our wastewater plant. And when we go by that, we will also be tying into the capacitor bank behind Kraft, our 20th Street lift station, and then it'll tie into our existing fiber between our Center Street and South substations. We'll be tying in roughly about 7th Street north, south and German, right along the existing line. This will provide us with having our own private fiber going down there for a lot of internet security reasons, better speeds, better performance, just a bit better for our SCADA the whole way around.
This is all underground, right?
No,
No.
part of it'll be underground. This is the quote for the actual fiber and for the part that's going to be the install above ground on the poles. So when you go down to 20th South and you look down the railroad tracks, we got an overhead line right there. It'll go on the static wire or the ground wire right down to the wastewater plant. In addition to this, though, from that point, we'll have to do a little bit of boring. I think we have 4 bores to do that is not in this quote, and some internal labor. That's why you notice this is only 36,000, but we have 200,000 budgeted. Well, there's a bunch of borings, like I say, and some internal man hours and stuff like that. Incidentals.
That'll still happen this year, yeah.
Our goal is to have it all done this year, yep. Probably by August is our goal, Labor Day, somewhere around there.
Okay. I'll make a motion to authorize the city manager to accept the quote from Wire World for fiber cable supplies and install in the amount of $35,903.65.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Junior Pioneer Park water main crossing.
This is a feasibility study to look at if it's possible to bore a water main. Phase 1 will be across Pioneer Park going from 20th South and Broadway, roughly, right by south edge of the Target building, across the park and stopping at Shell Road or Washington Street. This will be the survey will be done as part of this and some soil borings. We will also be looking though and doing the soil borings crossing Adams Park, going over to Cottonwood Street to the, I suppose that's the south there, to get a second feed and a second water source going up to the Cottonwood booster station zone is the long-term final goal of the project. Again, this is just the feasibility, see if it can be done, check the soils, check the grades, and a very rough preliminary design. So there, if it is possible, there will be a full design proposal coming later on.
I'll make the motion to authorize the city manager to accept the proposal from SEH for preliminary engineering services for a water main crossing Junior Pioneer Park in the amount of $19,600.
I'll second.
We've got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is engineering services for center substation transformer replacement.
Yeah, this is a proposal to start the design and bidding procurement process to replace the oldest transformer that's on our system. It is approximately 60 years old. It was built in 1968, and it takes, ironically, 2 years to actually get it to show up, so that's a lead time, so it will be a full 60 by then. And this transformer had a base rating, it has been modified, so we call it a 30. They added fans, they added cooling, it served its purpose for several years, but it's now time to replace it. Like I said, this will be, they'll develop the plans and specs, we'll order it, put our down payment down this year, but it's 72 weeks at a minimum before we'll ever see the transformer show up. So if we order it late this year, we'll be seeing it late in 27, probably 28, so I guess nothing happens fast.
Did I read that right when it said about, they want the down payment when you order it, but they want like $800,000 as a down payment? Because
It's usually about a third of the engineers, a third of what the price tag is.
Yeah.
So until you bid them, you never know where the bid's gonna come in lately. It's proposed that the transformer itself will be about 1.5 million.
Right.
So it could be 500,000 or a little more. So, but we pay the balance of it when it shows up. So then again, probably in about late 26, early 27, we'll do the construction or the install package. But between then and now, it's just sitting in line and waiting.
I'll make a motion to approve the professional engineering proposal by PSE Incorporated in the amount of $112,500 for the replacement of the Center Street substation transformer and the option to update the SPCC plan after install of the transformer in the amount of $6,000 for a total cost of $118,500 pending execution of a master consult service contract.
I'll second.
You've got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is electric utility service agreement between New Ulm Public Utilities and New Ulm Steel Inc.
Yes, Commissioners, this is a service agreement that was prepared by the city attorney, and it's with New Ulm Steel. They are installing a electric metal pre-shredder prior to their gas shredder. And one of the concerns we had about this type of equipment being put on the line is if we could potentially have fluctuations in KVA, and it could potentially cause some voltage flicker. And so this agreement basically is just saying, identifying the responsibilities that the New Ulm Public Utility has and the responsibilities that New Ulm Steel has. And if there is any, and that they need to comply with certain IEEE standards. If we do have power quality disturbances or any issues, this gives it basically outlines the proactive responsibility of New Ulm Steel to try to fix it within a certain timeline. If they can't fix the flicker issue, then New Ulm will have authority to immediately cease operations until they can fix it. And it's just a protection for our system and a protection for the for anybody that's on the same line as New Ulm Steel. So they have reviewed the document, they accept it, so once you guys approve it, we can get it signed and it'll be good to go.
I'll make the motion to approve the service agreement between New Ulm Public Utilities and New Ulm Steel, Inc. in relation to the installation of the electric metal pre-shredder to be installed at the New Ulm Steel facility.
I'll second.
In a second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Region 9, Aachen, Germany delegation? Is that
I think
close?
so. Yes, Commissioners, an opportunity has arisen for someone from the utility to attend this delegation to Germany. New Ulm has had a relationship with different regions in Germany. There's been Region 9 individuals that have gone. There's been some city and city council members that have been there. Now we have the opportunity to actually send a staff member on this delegation. The idea is for trading information, and Germany is very forward in renewable energies, in biodigesters, in clean energy, things like that. And this is an opportunity to go and share information, to learn something that they have to do, and potentially be able to bring some information back home, to help here in Minnesota. So we've identified the energy services representative to be a good individual to go. He basically works with all of our solar installations, any green energy, anything that has to do in that area. He is also working with, we actually have a German intern that is working in our office, and he is supervising her, and they're working on the Green Step Cities program. And so there could potentially be some information that they could gather, that he could gather over there that could be helpful here in New Ulm under that program as well. And so we have not booked anything, any hotel or flights yet. This is actually happening in June, so we've just estimated what we think the costs will be until we can actually book things. But you can see what the budget is there for that. We have adequate funds in our travel, conferences, and schools budget to cover this, so just asking for your approval to be able to send him.
Is there anybody else from New Ulm going?
There is one other individual, well, actually a couple other individuals. Dave Borkert,
Okay.
he is on Region 9, and then Andrea Becker is also part of Region 9. There's some university professors that are going, but the energy services representative would be the only staff member, basically, from utility or city that would be attending.
I'll make the motion to approve the participation and expenses for the Energy Services Representative to participate in the Region 9 Development Commission's delegation to the Aachen region of North Rhine-Westphalia, June 22nd through June 28th of 2025.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Claims and estimates. Do you need a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the list of claims paid in the amount of $3,219,861.30.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Do any of the commissioners have any comments? No.
You did a good job.
Meeting adjourned. If I'm going to screw up something, I might as well screw up the same thing twice.